Alright, hello world. I got two reviews coming to you today. I know I'm coming from a webcam, but I saw a screening last night of A Good Day to Die Hard. It was one of those early screenings at like 10 o'clock at night, which was cool, and so I was obviously exhausted when I got home, so I'm sorry I didn't get it immediately out there. But you know, I saw on Rotten Tomatoes that people are just destroying this movie, so I figured I better talk about it. So right now I'm going to review A Good Day to Die Hard. So, A Good Day to Die Hard is the fifth movie in the Die Hard franchise. Now, as I've said in some of my earlier videos, the Die Hard is one of my all-time favorite movie series, so it's got some big shoes to fill. And did it live up to it? Sort of, to a degree. I mean, the best way to describe this is I had fun. Does it live up to the Die Hard name? No, but it does live up to some solid action. A Good Day to Die Hard is the story of John McClane finding out that his son is in trouble over in Russia. Now, his son and him have been a little bit... They've had a strained relationship, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because you kind of see now, because Die Hard 4 had the whole Lucy McClane story, so Die Hard 5 has the Jack McClane or John McClane Jr. Lucy in Die Hard 4, it worked really well with the whole, I hate you, you're a bad dad, and he's like, I'm sorry, I'm Bruce Willis. That worked in Die Hard 4 because they really played up more of the father-daughter bond, whereas this film, it got annoying, because every chance they got, they sat there and were like, I hate you, Dad. Only he wouldn't say Dad, he would say John. They'd literally be in a gunfight, and they'd start trying to have a bonding moment, and I'm like, okay, you guys need to figure something out, because you're getting shot at by AK-47s and you're complaining about each other. You have to remember, this is a Die Hard movie. Die Hard is about a cop having to stand up against the world, against all odds, and do ridiculous things. And you know what? In the form of ridiculous things, one of the most ridiculous car chases that I think it lasted at least 15 to 20 minutes of John McClane, the bad guys, and John McClane's son, all in a three-way car chase. And you know what? People have no care, apparently, for collateral damage and deaths of civilians. I'm watching John McClane drive around, smashing vehicles into each other. They're flipping and exploding and everything. And I'm just sitting there going, you know, that SUV probably had a family in it, so yeah, all those people are just dead and you just don't care. I almost thought it was kind of funny because John McClane was cracking jokes the entire time he was doing it, and I'm like, wow, you're kind of mean right there, John McClane. I was surprised that John McClane kind of took a back seat in this movie. John McClane actually, movie-wise, was not really the focus. It was Jai Courtney, Jack McClane. John McClane's actually in a lot of shots just in the background while his son is doing all the story stuff. And that, I didn't really like that very much, because John McClane's son can never live up to the shoes that John McClane has built over this time with this dynamo. It worked. I felt like this could have been... Well, it's like, I felt like how we know we're going to get another Die Hard, so this is kind of like, if Die Hard was a TV series, this would be a filler episode. If you have the opportunity to go to a Regal theater and see it in RPX, the sound is so epic in this movie that it is worth it. So go see it in IMAX or RPX. There's no real clear distinction of the villain. You're sitting there going, wait, so does the villain even have a point? Because there's not really a villain. They trade villains a couple times where you're like, oh, that guy's going to be the bad guy. Oh, no, now it's this guy. Oh, no, now it's this person. So, who's the real bad guy here? The action in this movie is insane, and it's great, and it's Die Hardish, and it's awesome. So in the end, I say go see this movie just purely to watch that violence and John McClane-isms. And John McClane, I do like that they played up that he was at the wrong place at the wrong time and stuff with this one, because they really did that one. But in the end, this is not one of the stronger Die Hards, but I still had fun with it, and I don't believe that the critical reception that it's getting right now is what it deserves. I think this does deserve to be up there a little higher. I don't think that it should be crapped on by the critical society of the world. So I'm going to give this film a 70%. It's a C. Most of my diehards I would give between an 80 and a 98-ish, so it is one of the lower ones, but I'm going to still give it a 70% because in the end I still had fun with it. Like our video, subscribe, check out our short films at Monster Productions 27, we'll link you below. In the end, I hope you enjoyed it. Now, what is your favorite Die Hard movie? Let me know. I'd like to hear it.